Welcome, one and all, to ISW number 10. This is the first tournament in the season 2 of ISW. And I have a little cap and my followers. I'm so close to affiliate. Anyway, in the blue and the top left of the map, we have Pfizer playing Zol, and in the red and playing on the bottom right side of the map, we have Dugal. I just put up camera locations, but they're... Oh, that's... Wait, that's actually so cool, no? I should do this every game. Anyway, we see both players going for an expansion first. Dugal with the Legion Hall, and Pfizer with the altar. Damn. Cool. Another Legion Hall for Dugal. Nothing too crazy happening with the teapots. Just some scouting. I don't believe Isaac knows about this either. But yeah. Five early Bone Stalkers coming out from Firezac with the Ether Extractor for Dugal. I believe this probably means that Firezac is going for an upgrade on his natural. Population is even currently, with Dugal having the ability to build more sooner. We've seen Ether Surge come out from Firezerg now. Let's see what he goes for, Ichor or Neurosight. Looks like he's gonna go for a Neurosight. And yeah, there you go. You see the upgraded base here. Harassment coming in from Dugal. With more on the way. The target firing from Pfizer is really good. He's able to take out one of the
It is
Safari.
time to know the measure of your soul.
Monastery of
Prepare
Iser
yourself
is
for my
down
judgment.
for Dugal.
Witness the fruit of this struggle.
Right.
Know that you will share
So
the
we're going
same
for a Murder
fate.
Hollow apparently, but we also went for a fast third base. And we have one altar for Pfizer. Interesting. So Jakal does have double the population of Pfizer's and is like one production structure ahead. Also, tech-wise, Dakal actually has an ether extractor. Whereas Firezerg is focusing more on alloy, I guess, with the third base. Ichor coming out now for Firezerg. He's also put up a Reed Cradle and double Ether Surged on the main base. Interesting. Just taking pyrocams now. Pigal going for an interesting third base location and is instantly scouted by Firezerg, losing the advantage that he might have had. We see double Keeper, Keeper of the Hardened Flame coming down for upgrades. 2 more altars for Firezerg, more Ether Surges. Interesting. Who needs Ether Moors, really? What are they worth? Each Ether Surge is like 50 alloy, and it gives you 100 Ether. So why not? Neurosite coming down. Firezerg. I don't actually know if Firezerg has recognized that the third base is up here. He did scout it. So... yeah, here he is. He's going to kill it now. Perfect. Angelarium coming for Firezerg. Probably going to see a few Wardens, maybe. What are our plans? We have a God Heart and we're making Ether Mods now as Firezerg. Great. I think we're still 1 production structure behind on population though. Going for a run by. Looks like Firezerg was able to get a few motes. He's gonna lose these 4 Ichor. But then on the other side of the map, he's gonna kill all of these motes at the third base. There's 5 Zakal moving to take the fire camp. I'm gonna deal a decent amount of damage to this third base. Let's see if it's an overextension though. Overextension from this Dervish. Dervish comes too far forward, is easily able to be taken out by Firezerg. Dugal has seen only Ichor and Bonestalkers, so it makes sense that they would continue to push here. PopCap is actually in favor of Firezerg now, but yeah. Well played to kind of stay out of the way of the Absolvers. Definitely how you want to manage that. I mean, it's just a really hard, positive trade for Firezerg, isn't it? Yeah, so it's just like, it looks like we're making more altars. Here's Firezerg. The Delivered from Evil coming out from Dugal to get some of his stuff out. Didn't really group up the units enough. Maybe the Absolver deploy was making it hard for that to happen. Gets some of the stuff home. Gets 1 Absolver. But now we've got trouble for Dugal here. This Firezerg can probably sense that he's got a bit of a lead, and he does. So taking a 4th base naturally. And yeah, I would say continuing to tech up. At this point in the game, I would like to see Firezerg start to put down some Amber Whips. But maybe it's not like he needs them. Here comes the Warden. Has he got any? Has Duggal have any more wardens? Is the question. Don't think so. Don't see any. Fight in the middle of the map here. A little bit. Fizerk has split his army up a decent amount, so the divide and conquer strategy is getting a lot of... Is it really divide and conquer if all you do is clump up all your units and take advantage of your opponent splitting their army up? I guess. Are we double expanding, are we? So it looks like Duggal is double expanding. An interesting move. Good work. I see a very committed push coming in from Duggal here. It looks like Fizerk will be able to hold it though with this amount of Zakal. Doesn't really have the anti-air to deal with this warden yet though, so it's kind of stressful. Red Veil coming down. So it looks like we're gonna go into, what do we Zol? It looks like we're gonna go into Red Seers and Plagues. This amount of Zakal is really good for just one-shotting the Zephyr. And honestly, anything. They can do a lot of burst. Fourth base upgraded and mining for Fizerk. Fourth base just finished for Duggal, and Duggal's fifth base is now finished, which Fizerk can see. Very good. Fizerk coming in for the Pyre Steel at 12 minutes into the game. Huge. This is a lot of Zakal. If you split up like half of this, you could probably kill a base. By just A moving it. If you just went like this, or like this, you just send it. Probably kill a base. The Zephyr count for Duggal is going up as well. We're expanding more onto our side of the map, are we? Is Fizerk expanding to a fifth base? So it looks like we do have 4 Red Seers here. I wonder if they have Plague. They might. Although, it might be a bit too early. Let's see. As Duggal comes back to defend the base, or like trade something out. Maybe try and get some damage. For Pfizer killing the fifth base here. Duggal is gonna retake it. He's already committed with the 2 Fire Singers. 6th base coming out from Fizerk. Love to see it. It's just not a lot of anti-air for Fizerk in this composition. We have a lot of altars. Not a lot of other high-tech production buildings. What are the upgrades like? Is a question I have. Yeah, so Duggal is ahead on upgrades. +2, +1 versus only +1. The question is, does it matter when Fizerk has like a 30 population lead? That's like 2 production structures, I think. Almost. Blood Plague's going down, so we know that that research has finished. A Karlach, by the way. Just chilling out here. That's cool. Karlach are cool, but... Damn, yeah, it looks like we're going Master Color. I like it. It's a cool call. The Red Seers actually, and the Underspine actually seem to be doing fine as anti-air. Which is kind of funny, in my opinion. They seem to be doing fine against the like 1 or 2 Warden that the Gal is fielding. I see Firezack floating a lot of alloy now. I wasn't paying attention, but the 6th base got killed, it looks like. Or cancelled. Killed or cancelled. For Firezack's 6th base. Big commitment here from both Dugar and Firezack. It remains to be seen who's going to win this. It looks like Firezack is pulling ahead with some very good Blood Plague casts, hitting pretty much everything that Dugar had. So this is not looking great for Dugar here, losing pretty much the whole army, and there's reinforcements on the way. Not looking great. You see in the population almost tripling. The girls, can you really smite the Akala? I thought those guys are hidden. From that distance? Insane. The guy is gonna clean up the forward attacking force from Firezack. Dugal will clean up the attacking force from Dugal. But meanwhile, Firezack kills the 3rd base of Dugal. And there goes the Sharu going down. No war strikes. Feels bad. Yeah, just a lot of altars for Vizo. Looks like we are sort of almost catching up in upgrades now. Say that. We're still 2 upgrades behind, but +2 for Firezack. And at this point, I mean, you are literally tripling the population of Dugal here. I know from experience, it can feel really rough to have this many bases and be this low supply or population. The Bastion has stopped mining now at 18 minutes, so we're entering late game stages of map 1 in round 1. Yeah, we see the double expand coming out from Firezack. The Gal is not long for this world. We have a lot of ether. 1200 ether. Which is no alloy. It might make sense to switch our ether extractors to alloy if we haven't done that already. Just to get rid of this bank. The Gal walking into the plague. By accident. That's a lot of Akalic now. 5 Akalic from Firezack. Each Akalic is 2 Red Seers. I think. Wait, no. They're just an upgraded Red Seer. They do cost like about as much ether though. Yeah, Firezack is just blending Dugal's main base at this point. And there's not a lot he can do really. Supply is still getting double population. Plagues are useful. Again, still not a lot of anti-air. Is the main thing. kind of stopped focusing on anti-air. Personally, considering the composition that the Gal is using here, I wouldn't be building any more I-core, right? We would just be going bone stalkers, which looks like exactly... Okay, well there's some more I-core. Almost looks exactly like what Fire Zerg is doing. Somewhere along the way, we killed the other bases of Fire Zerg. Or of the Galdu Fire Zerg. I really needed... I thought about getting energy drinks for this stream. I didn't get any. I forgot when I went to the shop the other day. This is really hard. 4 hours of sleep. But that is gonna be map 1. Going to Fire Zerg here in a second whenever he kills the Acropolis. GG! Here we go. Map 2, round 1. Match point for Fire Zerg. You know what? Just cause we can do this. As we load in a Lost Province. Successfully, I hope. Degal in red. Playing Orism. And Fire Zerg in blue, playing Ajari. Both players instantly moving their teapots. Well timed. Looks like Fire Zerg was a little bit quicker. Fire Zerg going for an expansion first, whereas Degal decided to go for Legion Hall. Hello, Flicky. Fire Zerg going for Legion Hall now. Standard build. And Degal going for an expansion. Interesting. Nothing too crazy yet. And also no moats being rallied across the map, so... Very normal game. So Degal has made some early Zentari. Instead of making more altars, looks like he's gonna go try and harass or kill the rocks. That's another option. No, looks like we are gonna go harass. Fire Zerg though does actually have Sapari. And is also Ether Surging. Very good. So he's going to be easily able to defend this. So Degal is just going to kind of stand here, it looks like. Ether Extractor coming up. It might make sense to go for an Ether Surge instead of an Ether Extractor at this stage of the game. Because you can get your Reliquary up sooner. I say instead of, maybe as well as. Because you can get your Reliquary sooner and then you can instantly start building Magi. Which is what I assume Degal is planning on doing. The 1-0 is the score. I can put it like here. It doesn't make that much sense. So there you go. It's 1-0.
I am to save
Exactly.
you from your wretched existence. Do not resist.
Monastery coming down from Visor.
Rout you, heathen.
Love to see it.
You shall know fear.
He's also got an extra Legion Hall already. So we got a population advantage. Out of not building an ether extractor. That's interesting. But now we have definitely spent the amount of alloy for an ether extractor on our next ether surges. Population wise, Pfizer is in the lead. And he's also got a lot of alloy, but the third base went down earlier for Degal. A lot of Zentaro. Not a lot of Magi. Because it looks like we are population capped by accident. So Degal is going to have to wait for the Soul Foundry to finish before he can make any Magi. It's a bit awkward. The Karath units heal in their zone. So if you're playing Ajari, the answer is yes. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think all units regenerate their shields if you're Karath. Or maybe it's just Zephyrs when you use your wind stuff. We'll see if who walks in here, if they're okay. I'm not sure. If you're a Jari and you walk into your hallowed ground, you heal. But it also saves up like a burst of a heal the longer you stay out of it, so yeah. No, I think the Zephyr thing was it uses its shields to wind step. All units? Yeah, all units for a Jari heal. But not Awesome, I think. I don't remember if they changed that. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Oh wait. No, they did. All units. On Karath, it looks like that is the thing. Interesting. I thought that was Ajari's passive. Maybe it's just that you get like a burst of a heal. Or no, that was the Magi, wasn't it? That was the Magi. Healing the Absolver there. I got tricked. Anyways. Degal has not put down that many towers for playing Awesome. And has in fact been encroached on by Fire Zone, which is funny. I'm pretty sure it was the Magi. Because it didn't keep healing. We need a VOD. We need a replay. Action replay. I'm not gonna do it. Fazer's floating a lot of resources. I'm not really going for much. Seems like we're very focused on the micro. And we are taking a fourth base as well, is Firezog. So it's like by not building an ether extractor, you're able to build an extra Legion Hall, which gives you an early advantage in the population, and then from that early advantage in the population, you can turn that into a macro advantage by expanding behind your aggression. You just keep going. No upgrades at 8 minutes. Interesting. You see a bunch of Angelariums coming from Firezerg as well. It was too complicated. There's a lot of aspects to keep track of. But overall, if more population, generally better. So Pfizer took a bad fight or something, and now Dugal is pulling ahead in population. I'm getting half paying attention. This is terrible. So we see some wardens coming out from Firezerg, which is going to be maybe a lot less useful than you'd think. Magi are a lot better at killing air units than you'd probably expect, because they attack so fast. Fourth base is up and upgraded for Firezerg, so we have a very substantial economic lead. I believe in Firezerg's micro. Tricky. Huge. Incredible micro. Focusing down the Magi, sort of. I think. No, we're focusing this Absolver or something? Okay. Yeah, so not really enough. There's too many Wardens now for these Magi to deal with. You definitely need a Castigator. At least one. I didn't even notice this base. Lol. I thought it was just the Citadel. But both players are on 4 bases. Whoa. Observer. Way too dang. Swinging their bells. Oh, the Magi. So now we can see the, is it even an economic advantage? I think so, right? As far as I had it earlier? Surely. A lot of Wardens now. They're like super critical mass. And because we've got some Zephyrs, we should be able to kill the Sentinel really easily. Sentinels. Do they spread incense with their bells? It looks like it. The attack kind of looks like it. It's kind of sparkly. A lit incense or something. This fight is kind of even, all things considered. And the Magi are kind of DPSing, but now the Magi count is getting lower. They're not able to kill all of these. I don't know what these are healing from, by the way. There's no hallowed ground. There's no nothing. They're just healing. Still pretty even. If Dugal expands to a 4th base, he might be able to stabilize, equalize. We see the counter Sentinels coming out from Firezerg. The amount of Angelariums means that we're making 2 Bearer of the Crowns, by the way. That's a mistake. But what I was saying... Oh, this is just a lot of stuff. Health-wise. Zentari dying. The Sentinels for the Gull are really low, but they're not dead, right? Which makes them still useful. 6th base. 6th base? 5th base. Yeah, 5. No, 6. 6th base coming up from Firezerg. Meanwhile, the 5th base of Dugal. He'll stank man. Can't count. 2 Bearer of the Crowns. 2 Big Tops. That's huge. Isn't there only 1 research as well? So you can't even like hope and be like, I can get double researches. If you made 2 Eye of Arrowses, then you could. You got like Awe Strike and the Zapari thingy. Big fight for Firezerg here. Catching Dagall super out of position. This might be it. Warden speed upgrade? I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I didn't even know the Wardens had a speed upgrade. What? Shows you how often I build that. No, that's cool. So yeah, once again, we see Firezerg slowly taking the lead in population and just expanding, taking fire. I did like completely stop casting all the ability usages, so I'm not sure if Dagall has just had this lead on Pyre Camps the whole time, or if Firezerg has just been using the Aegis a lot. I've seen some of it. I'm just not paying attention. Yeah, Dagall has 300 Pyre. You could use this, you could reinvest to make more Pyre. You know, build like a wall up here. A wall of citadels to defend. Or you could use it for some Pillar of the Heavens and win some fights maybe. This is a ton of Warden. I would really like to see Castigators. I know we've got Sentinels, but Sentinels don't do splash damage. Like, I would much prefer to see Castigators. Building some spaced out Fire Singers to defend against the potential Warden harass from Firezerg. Firezerg is going to try and DPS through the Empire Unbroken here. Might actually be able to kill this Citadel. Oh, just not. Just wasn't able to. Pillar of the Heavens comes down. Dies instantly. But deals some good damage. Huge. So the population is like super in favor of Firezerg, but on the ground you can see he's kind of losing to the Sapari. Or the Zentari, rather. There's just so many Wardens. And the Sentinels as well. Again, not looking great now in the late game stages for the Gal. As Firezerg takes the 7th base. Big fight coming out. I'd say I definitely advantage Firezerg in this fight, given the amount of Magi. I don't have a ton of confidence in the Magi to deal damage. As I said, I didn't even know that the Wardens had a speed upgrade. Big fights. So Firezerg forcing the Pillar of the Heavens out of Dagall here. And honestly, I think he can just A-move and win, but he probably doesn't know that. The population would agree with me. But yeah, now Daggal's used most of the pyre, it's like, it's not looking great. Look at all this stuff. Damn, getting really choppy. But yeah, not much more to say, really. Bizog isn't really teching into anything. We're just continuing to build wardens, sentinels, dervish. I'm gonna go for this base that hasn't been upgraded still. The god probably forgot about it. It is what it is. Also, Firezerg is basically maxed, is another thing to notice. So, even though he's floating a bunch, it makes sense. The fog is cleared. Oh, because Firezerg, like, used the Sentinel ability. I think that reduced the lag like a bunch. Oh no, we're still good. What happened? I think Endrikal is just losing everything. Big fights. Yeah. Pfizer just has more stuff. It is what it is. The slow the slow building strategy of just taking good fights, conserving your army lead and expanding. Very clean. Hilarious Simon. How's it going? So this will be 2-0, and then we move on to the next round. This is pretty much over. 22 population. But if there's one thing that we know about the Daggal, that he never surrenders. But what is this? There's a teapot. And there's a teapot here too. Does Firezerg know that you don't have to kill every building? I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ever told him. You can just kill all of the town halls. The Acropoli. Look at all this stuff. What the heck? Firezerg just spent like their entire ally bank on Safari. What are we gonna do? We can't even do anything with these moats because I guess we could take this base? Here we go. It is gonna be Firezerg finishing off Daggal. Unfortunately for Daggal, he literally only has one space that he could build an Acropolis and now it's gone. So you can't even like elongate the game really. Firezerg making sure that Daggal cannot elongate the game by taking all of the bases on the map. Sceptering. Sceptering. Look at the population just go down. 10 at a time. Sceptering. Isaac still didn't kill this base. He's cannon rushing him. No, stop. The guy, you have 0 population. Never GG. As long as we have moats standing, we can win. gonna be these 4. 3? He's tried to take this base and rebuild. Yeah. Huge. Humongous. There you go. Round 2. Round 1 victory for our hero. Here we go. Map 2, round 2. Game point for Pfizer on a flicky. I'm pretty sure this is tournament point as well. So who gets the first ISW champion of season 2 is the question. And we are about to answer it. Blicky playing Ajari. Pfizer playing Zol. Pfizer, Team Ice, blue side, top side of the map. Blicky, Team Fire, red, on the bottom side of the map. Huge. Both players going for an expansion, eventually. Actually, it looks like Flicky fucking crashed. That's what it looks like to me. No crash. We're doing a cheese, my bad. Ha ha ha. Yes. The double proxy Legion Hall, a classic. Still no expansion for Flicky. Incredibly based. He put the moat there as like a red herring. Root Cradle coming out from Pfizer because Pfizer knows what's up. He's like, no expansion, Legion Hall. Yeah, I get it. Some kind of cheese is happening. Question, of course, is like, is this a good call? Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. Maybe. Another proxy Legion Hall. So Flicky cancelled the Legion Hall that was in his base in order to put another one proxy. The Erebor coming down, it'll have to upgrade again to be an Omnivore. So looks like Pfizer will be able to hold this though. Pulling all of the guys, all the boys. Not my favorite move.
Enough skirmishes, Ajari.
I'm not really sure it was
Send me your
necessary.
best warriors.
Because one of the things about these kind of really early pushes is at that stage, you don't really need to pull all the guys because he's not going to be able to kill your base anyway. I might want another 1 or even 2 Omnivores here because we're building a lot of the party, alright? And if we can defend this, we can outpace an economy. Maybe 1 is enough. 1 more. Because you do want to start, like, teching up. Or populating. Alright, you definitely do not want to be stuck on one production structure of population to handle this. But it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. In fact, like he's going to try and kill the one and only altar. And it looks like he's definitely going to be able to kill this. So, yeah. I'm kind of scared for Pfizer. He's built a lot of defense. But the one thing about static defense is that it doesn't move. It's static. If you build an extra altar and you try to double down on building a bunch of Bone Stalkers, maybe you're able to defend it a little bit easier. But there you go. Isaac pulls the boys, kills all of the Sapari for Flicky, and Flicky GG's. Incredible! Fuck, man. Incredible gameplay. 2-0 and a victory for Pfizer.
Our prayer has been answered. A blessing is upon us.
Here you go. Here you go.
A scout has answered our call.
Map 3, I believe? Yeah, map 3.
More alloy for the blessed.
Dakal versus Step Up. Is what we see here. It's a 1-to-1. And we get to watch Dakal POV. What a treat. So I can only really explain what I see. And what I see is Dakal winning.
Alloy reserves insufficient, Arash.
Uh,
The faith will make
cool.
us stand here.
So it looks like
More alloy.
Dakal was able to take a, ideally Step Up's middle tower on this map of Embargo, which is kind of important if you want to have map control at all. So he's gonna have complete vision of everything that comes out of Step Up's base.
More easy. More alloy.
And we've already got Zephyr's building, but Step Up has gone for Icor. Icor do really poorly into Zephyr, and they deal no damage.
Beware, Arash. Moats are under attack.
It's really tough. We do see Step Up doing a little run by with a few Icor. He's gonna get the entire moat line. Pretty successful. Really just the classic push and pull embargo game, but you
Our
know,
legion is beset by the wicked and the beast.
yes. And of course, Dakal does not use camera location hotkeys. So he's literally clicking on the map in order to go back to his base. Love to see it. I think that was building to Keeper of the Hardened Flames for upgrades.
More fire is required to unleash the power.
But yeah, I think this is just going to be a very simple Icor into Zephyr. It doesn't really work. Unless you have a lot more Icor.
Alas, we do not have more alloy for
It just doesn't really work. GG. GG.